So we have a bit of an orc problem. Don't worry, that's why I've got these missiles. No, guys, no, you're not supposed to actually go to the edge. That's actually draining my health bar up top. Wait, can everybody turn around? That's... okay. So I killed 7 orcs and got 1 crystal. Well, that'll unlet me lock the gunner tower. That's something. I know I often feel better when I can start putting bullets through the brains of those that harm me. Can you tell which country I'm from? Wait, okay, so I can place this gunner wherever, but then I can, like, control its accuracy? Oh, dude. Okay, I actually don't like the spot you're at. Hold on. New plan, buddy. I'm gonna put you up here and tell you to just start blasting into this corridor like so. Start. And then I'll just keep firing missiles. Okay, yeah, you definitely are hitting a lot of them because of this. We're still taking a lot of damage, but I killed 31 this time. Ooh, gain 2 crystals at the end of battle? Yeah, just grab that. And then increase the maximum number of gunner towers by 1. Okay, my plan is to just have the death hallway. I can drop my missiles wherever, but now whenever they hit this corridor, they're just eating bullets. It looks like they're not actually eating that many bullets. They hug this right side wall. Wait, that's actually really good to know. Hold on. In that case, can I tell them just hone in right here? And then you, up top, also hone in just right here. If they're just gonna hug that wall, I might as well just spam it. And now it seems like they're going around that wall. What's happening? How many of these things am I killing? 49? Okay, go back. 1, give me more crystals at the end of the battle. Just max that, I get 6. 2, increase my maximum number of gunners. And then make my missile hurt more. Okay, fine. Let's do a different strategy. I set my gunners up next to each other and I make them behave like this. Well, they'll just crossfire. Well, it's not really a cross, they're just blasting into the crowd. The orcs should always form up right there, so they should be eating a lot of damage. It looks like that's working, I want to say. Let me get my max gunners and make them shoot a little faster. Oh, get another gunner too, sick. Okay, if I just set this up like so, 4 gunners. Oh wait, hold on, I can have 5. Like this. I think this will be good to catch them all where they start grouping. It might work to have them a little lower, maybe? I feel like I'm gonna kill like 180 of them, so I want to say it's fine. 177, that's good. And I got 15 crystals? Yeah, okay. More shots per second, more shots per second, more shots per second. Dude, I sound like I have a problem. The problem is I don't have enough bullets going through these 4 heads. More shots per second. Okay, gunners, how you looking now? Ooh, see, that's nice. I like this. It does seem like I need to have these a little lower, but I think I can tweak that relatively easily. Yeah, because look at the stream of them that they've figured out. Okay, hang on. We'll lower you. We'll get you to hug the wall. Get you to hug the wall. Then we'll start angling this one down. And then kind of same, I'll angle you down, but to where you're like pointing like this. There you go. Now I'm just trying to cover that corner as best I can. It looks like I'm still going to have some bleed through. Not quite ideal. I've got 39 crystals though. Let me come back. Ooh, this gets me more crystals, but I don't want to go into it yet. What does this do? More health? Nah. I'm thinking we do gun damage. We do gun range. And then I just max gun damage. Actually, that'd be nice. Let me try this out. Same thing I was literally just doing a second ago, but now with the increased range, I feel like it'll work. And then this guy can go up top and just cover the spread. These things kind of flow like water, I've seen. So like they hit the wall and then no matter what, they're gonna start trickling down here. It looks like the extra damage is covering it, and because I put 4 turrets just hugging the wall, yeah, this seems like it's working. Okay, 1 bled through. Oh, never mind, I missiled him. Wait, another one did? Oh, he's dead too. Oh, I just did that without losing a single health point. Yeah, I get murder. Okay, that gave me a red ball and a red cube. Oh, no, the mortar tower definitely seems like it'd be good. Yeah, grab that. That's gonna be mass waves just decimated. And let me get another gunner slot. Hold my button to fire missiles continuously. That'll be nice. I guess it wouldn't hurt to actually upgrade my missiles a little bit. Yeah, let's maybe try that. That was just level 1. I need to get to level 5. It looks like these are going to get more and more convoluted. Okay. Well, let me set my mortar tower down for now just to see. There should be somewhat of a clog, I think, right here. Let's have you just drop it down like that. And then let's find out. I want to watch these guys run. It's like when you're looking for a leak. It looks like, okay, so this corner seems to clog up a little bit. Obviously, they're all in here. Where do they meet up after this? They flow pretty much down the middle. Okay, so if I want to bully someone right in here. Okay. Well, yeah, I think mortar tower was a good idea then. Let me get explosion damage. And then let me set up, can I get these on the row down here? Yes. I think my idea is to just kind of get them covered up on this little corner. just blasting away. Let me see how that goes now. Also, I can just hold my missile button, so I might as well just do this constantly. I want to say this is working. It looks like they kind of hug that right wall pretty tightly. Like, look at them just kind of slipping through. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. Also, there's just so many more enemies approaching me this time that no matter what, this is just going to be a little harder. I killed 555 of them. There's still 902 alive. Okay. Hey, maybe it's time to consider this crystal gaining thing. Let's do that. You know, I almost want to say that I could put some gunners up top here, just at the source. And then let me get these guys moved over to kind of hug this right side even more. And then let me drop my mortar zone just right there. How does that treat my little orklings? Okay, well, one of my guns is shooting into the wall occasionally, which is not ideal. These gunners up here, though, I mean, they are just blasting away. That helps. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to get more mortar towers set up. Definitely more damage, I feel like. Yeah, let's maybe get some fragments upon explosion. Do some explosion radius. Here's my maximum mortar towers and explosion damage. It looks like just setting up like a little minefield in this hallway. I mean, this is where obviously the biggest clog is. Not to get too Denmark on you, but like they should all link up right here. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely increasing. I've killed 724 of them and I'm sleeping like a baby. But at 45 crystals... Wait, gunner bullet penetration? Oh, I might need that. Here, let's get my maximum number of gunners up, and let's try and max my shots per second. I've got a new idea where I'm going to move my gunners over here to try and crowd control the clog instead. Yeah, I think this will be good. There are 2,000 enemies I need to kill. Can I at least get to 1,000? Game. Just 1,000, that's all. Okay, now I feel like my crossfire that I have set up is actually helping this time. I think if I just get mortar damage up, 946, that's good. Here, let's get more shells per second. Thrice. How fast are they firing now? Oh, so much faster. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that might help big time. I feel like, I mean, I probably should be able to break 1,000 because of that. They still leak out, though. Okay, wait, 1.2. No, I'm killing it. Well, killing them. Here, let's get explosion damage up 2 more, and then start getting explosion radius up also. And base HP. I moved my third gunner to sit right here. I'm wondering if that'll help the stragglers a bit. I also moved my mortars around to just kind of hit in different spots so they're not hopefully spreading them out too much. That might have been a bad idea, though. They seem like they're doing a worse job. You know, it's a little bit too hard to tell, I think. Oh, hey, I got to the end of the orc wave. I survived it. Oh, 1.4. No, never mind. Maybe I'm doing a good job. Let's go ahead and get more mortar tower on my side. Let's get more fragments and then fragment damage. And then yeah, I'm going to tweak my mortars to just always hit right here. Get a third one down. Place you to hit like right there, I think. Okay, that should just be like Death Valley now. Yeah, I mean, I'm dropping a crazy amount of missiles. Mortars. Am I shooting missiles out of my mortars? I don't know the correct terminology, dude. It's killing the orcs. That's all that matters. Getting the double fragment launch, too, is causing some bullets to go out. I honestly think I might have done it. No, I probably just jinxed myself because suddenly it looks like a lot of orcs are getting ahead. Which, truthfully, on me. No, wait. I think I might have done it. Hold on. I think I'm going to survive with like 30 HP. Never mind. I'm going to survive with like 50 HP. Sorry, I'm a liar. 49, which is still quite good. Okay, so I got a new ability. Strafing runs seems like it would be quite nice. Yes. Let's go ahead and rip that just to see. And then I want to come check out level 3. It looks like orcs are going to flood in from the top and the left. Where are they trying to get to? Oh my gosh, they're so tiny. I guess this map is just exceptionally big. Oh, there's 7,000 orcs going to rush at me? Okay. Okay, well, they're going to flood in. Well, it seems to be from every direction, actually. So I'm not going to be able to make one choke point, but it is basically just here and here are the only 2 spots that orcs are going to try and get in because I've got this wide old area. So really, it's more like here and here. Good to know. Okay, my plan is to get 2 mortars on each deemed choke point. Granted, I only have 3 mortars right now. I will remedy that in the future. And so for one spawn zone, I'll spare 3 gunners to just let it rip through here. This is another spawn zone that I will, again, just be putting gunners to let it, well, get this, rip through here. All right, yeah, so bullets flying in, murdering those orcs. Looks like I maybe need to focus more on the right side. And then bullets should be clearing through these ones. These guys are going to go pretty quick. Yeah, it looks like they don't really even come up here. They just dive right in. My mortars should be hitting around in here. Ooh, maybe I need to put gunners here. This is a much tighter corridor. I only killed 400, but I do have bullet penetration now. And more missile damage. Okay, I'm basically setting up one area to catch them right here in this choke. One area to catch them right here. And then I'm going to move my mortars around just a little bit. Let's see how this works. Mortars here. Yeah, I might need to make this a little tighter. That looks like that's killing. Mortars here, of course, killing. I have no weakness for this upper path yet. However, I can call in a strafing run right there, which that executed what appears to be a lot of them. Oh, and that is just like a repeating thing that I can do. Oh, well, that's helpful. Cool. Neat ability. Good to know that I have that. More mortar tower, please. More explosion radius, please. I think the secret setup sauce here is going to be in my gunners. I think I'll do this. 3 mortars on this one spawn. That should clear them. And then these guys hug the wall. So I'll put 2 guns right there. And then I think the secret would be trying to set up some sort of like, I'm going to use this word again, crossfire. I think that would be good. Also with my 4th mortar, put it up there. Okay, that should severely diminish this side. I can just set up my little strafing run to come through and try and constantly murder them up there. It's tough though. I got to remember that I have missiles too. How are these doing at killing stuff? Decently-ish. Ooh, I can set up strafing runs on diagonals? I had no idea. 114,000 crystals? Okay, yeah, we're going. How do I get more gunners? Where are those at? Increase max. Give me another one. We'll increase the range. More shots per second. There you are. Okay, I think it's... the line is like right there. Let's see if that covers... Okay, I think I need to move it a little more down. I should be killing like 2,500. Yeah, okay, 138 every time. Move it a little down. I actually do kind of wonder how successful I would be if I just spammed every gun at this one entryway. Like, I'll just line all of them up to blast through there, and then I can just focus on dropping strafing runs in this other zone. Looks like I pretty much get overwhelmed by the masses pretty quick. Okay, yeah, so I definitely need more firepower. However, I did break my record. More gunners, more gunners, more gunners. Of course, I just do them all right here. Not quite a magic eraser, still pretty good. It's like every time I break my record. Because look, I just got 3.6 thousand of them killed. Okay, well, let's max this shots per second, because now it's at 2.5. And then let's get a little more range on all of them. Ooh, they're seeing so much further into here now. It sounds like they're also firing so much more. Yeah, I was overcomplicating this with hallways. I didn't think about the effectiveness of just putting a minigun at, like, the door and really just letting it rip. That is on me. Down here, obviously, I fall apart. But, you know, I'll work on it. Because it looks like they all line up right here. 225 points. What's it take for more penetration? 450? Nah. Let's just get more shots and a little more damage. Oh, and I really have been neglecting my mortars. Okay, more shells, more fragment damage. Reduce my missile ability, I guess. I feel like I should just do like 3 runs of this until I can get bullet penetration 2. Because then I imagine I will be able to stop them at this door. Yeah, 4.6 at 249. Yeah, let's just do one. All right, give me the penetration. That doesn't sound correct, but whatever, you know what I mean. More health too. Is that... okay, yeah. Sorry, man. I broke it. That's on me. These orcs don't stand a chance. I'm really curious to see if any of them can break out of this hallway. It seems like I've got it pretty well contained. I'll level with you. I assume they should be snaking their way over here now, yeah. Yeah, but not one blood splatter has left the, eternal punishment doorway. Cool. Okay, well, give me the gunner. And more mortars. Do you reach there with your range? You do. I think maybe I could do one better, though, and just put you on this hallway, like right here. Not expecting this to solve the issue at hand, but it does seem like I'm at least clearing through a few of them. I actually think maybe a better spot to set it up would be right here and then aiming at this corner. You guys still doing good up here? Yeah. I wonder if I can steal away one of these. Let's see, 5.8k, 300. I think let me get, yeah, another mortar tower. And then another. Try this. I'm going to take away a gun, set it up to just hug that corner. And then same way with this one. Just this way, every time they hit here, they just do. Then I've got more mortars up here that I'll just drop like this. The issue is the mortars can like shove them outside of the explosion radius. So you kind of need a backup option. These two are executing a good amount. Looks like they're letting at least a few get through though. How about up here? Still a massacre up there, huh? All right. Actually, those two have managed to hold it down quite well. Uh-oh, I think I did it. No one's breaking through except for the random stragglers here and there, which is fine, because if they do, I drop a, missile right on their skull. Or I set up an airstrike to, you know, slaughter through them. That's okay. I'm pretty sure no more enemies are spawning too. Yeah, okay, it's the last of them just right up there. Let me try and do this without losing a health point, if I can. It's gonna take a lot of missile dropping. A couple more air strafes. Come on, get there. Stop that guy. Anybody else? Anyone loose? It's just these last two. Die. Die. No, stop. Die. Yes! 8,000 enemies slaughtered. Okay, for my red ball, I can unlock the cannon tower. I imagine that's going to be helpful here in a second. And something tells me this increasing my resources gained is about to be super helpful. Feels like I just keep getting more and more, you know? Missile explosions, cooldown, missile ability, missile radius. Anything else down here? No, end of the line. All right, we'll start to do strafing run stuff. And then I'll put my cube into my gunner's fire rate. 1 extra shot a second matters like crazy. Ooh, this is gross. What happens here? They all just flood in from that one side. Okay, I see the obvious. It looks like there will be something here I could do. Yeah, here is one spot. Here is one spot. Do they ever go up top? They do. Gross. I would hopefully be trying to find the spot that they all, like, converge in. But they don't seem to really do that aside from here, 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 and here. I guess that's my big 4. Okay. Well, let's try this. I'll dedicate 3 gunners to each of these hallways. That should get a few of them. For mortars, I want to try and set these up at the start, just where they're going to be complete masses of them. I don't really know what this cannon does quite yet. It's my bad. Maybe I should have paid more attention. You know what, cannon? Go right here. Okay, because then get a setup like this. I don't really know if they go lower. I think they flood in through here. Let's have ourselves a look. I should probably just mortar on these edges instead, but we're clearing a good chunk through the middle, so it's fine. The cannon seems to fire one big old bullet. Does that like pierce through a bunch of people? I don't know. I haven't seen it shoot anything quite yet. I'm starting to feel like I should put the cannons right here, though. I think that would be best. Let me go back. More cannon shots fired. That's cannon damage. That's penetration. I'll grab that. More maximum cannon towers. More penetration. Okay, there's more maximum there. I think that'll be my secret sauce. I hope 2 cannon towers is enough to just cover one of these spots. And then I almost want to do this thing again where I just try and cut them off before they even fully get spawned in. Okay, this one's just temporary, just to see if it works. I definitely need to get to the point where I'm also killing more of them, because I want more money. Ooh, huge, just letting them right on through here. That's no good. How do my cannons do, though? They definitely go through them. Still think I'm going to need some more defenses, though, for sure. 5.2 thousand killed? Not bad. Cannon damage, shots per second. Okay, I think I see the extent of my cannon upgrades. So I definitely want to increase the shots per second and then start the damage. We've got a new idea for my coverage here. I think if I set up 3 and 3 like this, it shoots them when they come out of this tunnel, but it should also hit them when they're walking up. In my heart of hearts, I know this will work. Not actually, I have no idea. I'm just kind of hoping. But then, since my cannons seem to be my big, heavy hitters, I'm feeling something like this to try and thin their numbers down. Then I'm just going to say screw it. 4 corners there. I know a big clog happens down here. And then obviously a big clog happens down there. Let's give it a try. Throw her down, see if something sticks. My gunners are by far like the best thing that I have upgraded right now. Jeez, there's just so many of these freaks. There's 28,000 enemies left waiting? Okay. Yeah, so this is basically just me trying to thin the herd then. So far, my gunners are stopping them at their little, like, areas, but they are starting to bleed through from the other side, which I'm scared about. It's gonna take away valuable bullets. Yeah, okay, maybe upgrading my strafing run, too, to get it to where I can just spam them, like, down this entire giant area. My god. No, I've definitely done the right thing with how my gunners are, though. I'm probably gonna break here in a second. I see they're starting to rip their way through, but yeah, still got 700 crystals because I killed 13,000. More cannon tower, just max that so I get 3 more of them. Definitely try and get more bullet penetration again. That's really just the name of the game. I could get that from my gunners again. Oh man. Okay, just try and get 4 of them on each of these little choke points. And I'm gonna move these mortars to be more out here. I think if I could definitely get my cannon's fire rate and damage to be maxed, this would help a lot. I feel like I'm in like the dock scene in the Matrix, like right whenever all the like drones have just drilled a hole. So like everybody's just firing their guns at one tiny little area. I didn't realize how effective of a strategy this was. Not that it was effective in the movie, but for me right now, it's working, so. I want to see, there's still 7,000 enemies waiting to spawn. There's 20,000 enemies alive. They're starting to break through again. I almost wonder if I increase my gunners, like, penetration and fully get their bullet, just max my gunners, basically, if that will be, like, the best course of action. Because I could get the damage up a little bit more. I could also get their shots per second up a lot more. In their range, I guess. I don't know, maybe my mortar's explosion damage... Oh, maybe I should get damage and radius up too, because I've got these giant areas. There's so many opportunities for upgrades. I'm spoiled for choice. Okay, I'm gonna let this one run its course for a second though. Just see what happens to turn up. Okay, well, I've managed to make it where there's no enemies waiting, meaning this is all I have to do. Like, I just need to kill everything on my screen, basically. So what I think I'll do is buy my next mortar tower, increase the shells per second twice, then I'll just drop a second one at the bottom down here. Then I'll hold my missile fire up top. I can't imagine this will be the difference that lets me kill 20,000 more orcs, but that's not even what I'm trying to do. All right, you're acting like you know everything. No, I want to get more bullet gun penetration. As I've also noticed, they don't really seem to be flooding to the top and bottoms as much anymore. So I'm thinking about moving a couple of guns. I don't know if that'd be a good idea. Maybe I should just leave things as they are. Because right now it seems like everything is working out extremely well for me. Oh, I see what happens. They don't funnel out of here fast enough, so they build up, and then eventually they start going to the top and bottom. Which then, of course, will have a negative impact on me and start screwing me. Well, that is no good. Man, I know I said I didn't think moving the mortar was going to work, but I'm actually at 26 HP, and I'm just kind of now assisting where I think it'll be, like, beneficial. I think I might have beaten back the wave of them that are, like, going to break off and screw me. If I could just kill the few that are on this end here. Yeah, I don't think any more are going to go to the top and bottom. I think they're all just going to flood out of the little, like, tunnels. So now I can start missiling and airstriking the back end of these orcs. Oh, wow, no, I think I just did it. What a weirdly effective strategy, dude. All right, airstrike these last 4. Get them out of here. They gave me 2.2 thousand gunner bullet penetration. Maxed. Also do the shots. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing else there. Cannon fire rate, cannon damage, yeah. It seems I have access to everything that I can start buying, so now it's just a matter of maxing. More fire rate. Okay, what does level 5 look like? We're in an icy tundra. There's 118,000 orcs that are going to be flooding at me. Wow, this is a lot of them. It doesn't even really seem like there's an easy to see choke point. Oh, never mind. Right here will be definitely a kill zone. It is just a lot going on though. These guys are formed up quite heavily. It kind of seems to me though like the majority of them end up here and over here. So let me try this. Oh, your range needs to be much better, huh? I'll set them up here for now. I think I'll run 8 gunners up top here. Just run the other 4 down here and set up my little mortar grave site. Cannons there should be helpful. And then this is also a bit of like a pinch type zone. Set that up. I think this should help. The cannons should clear through a lot of orcs this way. They're obviously going to just rush in from up there, but then we've got 4 cannons shooting here. That's fine. The main idea of this is that these will help just clear everything, basically. I want to think, I guess, I don't know, there's 4 zones here, but if I think about it, these 2 would be like a 3 zone setup over there. I might need to change a few things. Let me see how it does on the end. It would appear going into maxing my gunners was a smart idea. Eventually, yeah, they just kind of flood in and overtake me. That's fine. Let's start working on my strafing run stuff. Also, I'm just going to farm this level to get more crystals because I'm not really killing the most of them over there. So I'm at 4.6 thousand. I think the big thing I need to start doing is upgrading my cannons just in general. So I'm going to mag dump that until that's pretty much fully done. Then I definitely want to get my strafing run ability up. I think that would help a lot. Because now if we look at level 4, you can see that my cannons are just like actually erasing orcs, basically. Obviously 1 or 2 or 5 get through every once in a while, but not that much. And I've leveled up my strafing run enough. The area is huge, and by the time it finishes its like run, I can practically call in a second one. So I think I might have cracked the code. I moved my cannons to cover these choke points here, and I was just trying out different upgrades here and there. I've got my strafing run to be quite wide, and I was losing all the time until I realized everything kind of happens right here before it splits off to my gunners. So I moved my cannons, saw great success, and now I know that if I just drop my wide strafing run into these orcs down here, I like continually thin numbers. To the point where if I drop it right here, I execute like 800 orcs that would have been trying to die to my gunners. It's like I'm just temporarily reducing the burden on them. And so I think I've finally upgraded enough of everything that I can win. Everybody start knocking on wood right now, though. This has been like an hour in the making on like just this level. Yeah, okay, moving the cannons down here too was also such a great idea, and especially up here because it thins how many come through and like clog this zone. Because I mean, look at this. They're everywhere. Let me just drop a strafing run just for the fun of it. It's like, okay, took my eyes off this for a second and now it's gigantic. Whoops. Okay, there's no more enemies spawning. Everything is spawned in, basically. If I can just hold my ground here, it's over. It's over. I would have done it. I would have solved the orc problem. How are we looking? I think the walls are slowing them down in such an effective manner. I might be the best war general, actually, in the history of war. Oh man, these guys are super slowing down now, too. Oh yes, this is like the last little bit. Stay strong, men. I've upgraded your damage and fire rates for a reason. I think I'm done. I don't need to do a strafing run anymore. I will, just because it's fun to watch them get executed by a giant flying plane, but you know. Also, yeah, if you can just find the path that orcs flow, like they all obviously hit here. It's all about managing the flood of everything. Oh, this is my last little orc alive right here. Missile to the face, man. 120,000 orcs beaten. Oh, that's good. And I would love to keep going, but as you can see, some stuff isn't implemented. There's just the 5 levels. I do believe there is a free playtest on Steam right now if you wanted to try it out. And if you want to see more, obviously let me know. This one's a ton of fun. I can't lie to you. Doing stuff like this where they obviously have no chance is a blast. So, hey, thanks so much for watching. I've solved our orc problem. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see ya.